Hello everyone. I decided to make my intro video real quick. I am actually just got off work, so don't mind me in the hot mess. But that's okay, because that's really what you're going to see here. It's all transparency is what I'm all about. So first of all, my name is Christy Hahn. I go by Christy Marie on Facebook. And why I started this channel is actually because I reached out in a Alzheimer's dementia support group and explained what my husband and I were about ready to do. And I wasn't really sure, like, you don't realize how many people are struggling and how many people actually suffer from this disease until you go looking for them. And so let me first just tell you what we're going to do and why I started this channel. We have, for the last 6 years, my husband and I have gone back from Wisconsin to Arizona to help my mother-in-law take care of my father-in-law who has dementia. We have lost everything over and over again. And, there were certain circumstances that would make us have to leave each time. There was a lot of fighting, a lot of not understanding the disease. Mom would get mad, kick us out. We'd get mad and leave. So it was just kind of back and forth, a lot of fighting because we just didn't understand. And my husband and I seriously didn't understand what my mother-in-law truly went through doing this alone. And not only alone, but my mother and father-in-law are deaf. And I had to go to doctors with them, appointments, and help them through COVID. And man, you just realize how many more support I guess how many more things I could fight for all at once. Because the deaf community needs more resources, especially when it comes to medical, because a lot of them don't even understand what the doctors are telling them. And they're just like, okay, yeah, give me 4 blood pressure medicines, But anyways, let's not go down that road. So, the last time my husband and I went back to Arizona, it was because my mother-in-law was actually planning on moving to Wisconsin, because I said, we are just now getting back on our feet from the last time. Is it at all possible that you guys can move here? And then it would be so much easier for me to help you. And so she started the process, but then she messaged me and told me Dad hadn't eaten for 5 days. Well, we freaked out. We were like, oh my God, this is the end. And we drove through, this was in January, the end of January, beginning of February. It was actually more the beginning of February. And it was through snow, ice, all the things, driving from Wisconsin with not only me and my husband, but our dog. Our dog goes everywhere with us. And so we made it there. And Dad wasn't still eating, but he was gradually eating because I started cooking. And then 5 days later, my mother-in-law unexpectedly passed away. And my husband and I do not have any children. And so we've never had responsibility whatsoever. And in all reality, we've always been the black sheeps of our family because we do things differently, or because we, in my opinion, I didn't always make the correct decisions. I didn't always, make the right decisions. Neither did my husband. But that didn't make us bad people. But we've always been looked down upon by our families. And look at us now. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, so we decided we had to move Dad out of Arizona because he couldn't live there after Mom passed away. We didn't know what we were doing. Nobody helped us. Nobody it's like figure it out on your own. So we did. And whether we did it the right way or the wrong way, I don't think there is any right way or wrong way, really, when you're fighting for someone who can't fight for themselves. And I spent a lot of time trying to figure this out. And I think through the process, I gave up on Dad, because I felt like the whole entire time of this journey, everybody kept telling me, it's not your job to save him. It's just your job to sit there and basically comfort him and love him until he passes. Well, that doesn't sit well with me. And I didn't have the courage to stand up and fight. I'm not going to lie. When Mom passed away, it hit me hard. It hit me so hard. It hit my husband hard too. And then with all the other family coming at you and everybody coming at you, we needed peace. So we basically moved Dad out in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin. And we were able to heal here. It's a very beautiful property. And we had goals and dreams here with Dad. But unfortunately, Dad could live, not unfortunately, but fortunately, Dad could live another 10 years. So we're going to live out here in the middle of nowhere and just sit here and watch him pass? No, I won't do it. Through this process of healing, I've also done a lot of inner work, because I also do network marketing, and network marketing has really made me dig deep. Taking care of Dad and this disease has changed my life for the better, because there were obviously some things that I couldn't understand, because sometimes, I guess it's how I grew up, my past traumas kept coming into play. My husband's past traumas kept coming into play. Me and my husband were almost at a point where we were going to split again, because we've done it a couple times. But we fought. And then finally, one of my friends told me to read this book. And it might show up backwards to you. I can't, I'm all new to this stuff, okay? So it's called The Purpose-Driven Life. And my husband and I have never been believers. Not gonna lie, being very, very transparent. I guess from my family dynamics, we went to church all the time growing up, but, it was what was done outside of church. It was almost like they went to church to be forgiven for all the disgusting things they did behind closed doors. That's just my opinion. So I did not. I was angry. I was like, if there was a God, why would he put me through all of this? Like, why? That doesn't even make sense. Well, guess what? It all makes sense. It all makes sense. I am that person that used to say, I will never take care of another person. No, I ain't wiping nobody's ass. That was me. My husband, he had a hard time dealing with the fact that his dad couldn't communicate with him, or that his dad was going to shoot him the next time he came in the door. And then trying to also go through, mourning his mom. And so his mom was everything to him. So, but yeah, so anyways, to get to the point, we sold our house. Yes, we've only been here a little over a year. But I finally found what my mission is, or what my purpose is in this life. And I've always wanted to make a difference, and but I just never knew what I was passionate about. In fact, on this beginning of this journey with Dad, it wasn't my passion. I actually was very angry and was becoming very bitter. Sorry. And I watched my mother-in-law be very bitter because nobody would help her. There were no resources. And being deaf, it was also very difficult. And so my husband and I decided we are going to fight. We're not just going to sit here and watch Dad wither away. We won't. Why? At first it started out as, let's sell the house, let's buy an RV, and let's take Dad out and let's make some memories. Good memories. Not the ones where we were angry and said some mean things because we didn't know how to handle this disease. And then I thought to myself, why not make it about more? If we're going to fight, let's go all the way. Let's not fight just to find a cure. Let's not fight just for the people who are suffering with the disease. But in all reality, the family caregivers, they're suffering too. Because in my opinion, Mom died with this disease too. She died because she couldn't take care of herself, because she's too busy, exhausted, taking care of Dad. And I won't die like that. I won't. There's more to this life than sitting there and watching somebody wither away. And so my husband and I put our heads together, and do we know what we're doing? No. And but we're gonna figure it out. We're two intelligent people, and we know a lot of people, and we will find a way. But we decided to fight for the family caregivers mostly. I don't care if I've got to scream it from the mountaintops. I will find you more resources. I will. Because my husband and I know firsthand, and we're lucky. We had each other. And we still were like having to explain why we could not work. Like, hello, he needs 24-hour care. Like, we were up all night. Like, all night. We couldn't sleep. We couldn't do anything. We were so tired and so frustrated and arguing and fighting and losing who we were as people. And what this has done is really brought me and my husband closer together. And we learned a lot of lessons. So we are going to start a nonprofit. Excuse me, I'm all plugged up now from crying. But we are going to start a nonprofit, and we've been doing some research, and we understand it's a process. But we need to get out there and help these people. I've been part of a few dementia caregiver support groups, and like I said, there are so many people that need our help, and I just say, caregivers unite. Let's fight. Let's fight for more resources. Let's fight for someone to pay attention to us, because I feel like we're the ones who are forgotten. We do everything that a memory care facility does, and we do it for nothing. For nothing. We get no recognition. None. And so we get left behind by our own family. Because of the fact that, well, not everyone can understand this disease. Well, I get that, but try to figure it out. You know what I did? Mom had these cat holes in the bottom of the door. I sat there down on my hands and knees. I mean, I know I was crazy, but I wanted to figure out his routine. I wanted to figure this disease out. I wanted to It was everybody else telling me to stop that made me give up. But I'm not going to give up. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if anybody thinks I'm crazy. I don't care what people have to say, because I've been talked about bad about my whole entire life. And so I'm used to it. So if I'm going to give people something to talk about what I'm doing good. Because I am going to make a difference. This is why God put me here with this big mouth and someone who I speak the truth. Like, I can't help but to speak the truth. And I don't know if it stems from the fact that I went to jail for 10 days when I was younger for lying to a cop. But ever since then, I am like just brutally honest. And sometimes I think I'm a little too honest, but that's just who I am. There's no reason to lie, because then you got to find a lie to make up for that lie, to cover that lie, you know, and then pretty much you start believing yourself. But anyways, so I wanted to just make this video real quick. I've got so many things going on right now, or we do, my husband and I, and he is not normally ever participate in anything. And I told him, you are going to be on this YouTube channel. You are going to participate. You are going to, because he's the talker besides me, but he is, I don't know, I can't wait till you meet him, because he's just a light. He is just a huge light. And I can't wait for you to meet Dad. And I just can't wait to meet all of you. I really can't, because we are going to do this. We are going to make this happen. So thank you all for listening. And I will be posting so much more, because I really want to, you know, just tell a little story about how we got from here to, you know, from before to here. While we're waiting for our house to close and waiting to buy our RV. So with that, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you, and please share this this video. Please share this page. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to fight for everyone, because we need the help. So love you all. Bye.